So, after that amazing episode from last week, things seem to calm down from this week. And that's okay. That's understandable. After this big epic battle, it's always nice to have a nice settling moment and some character development for the cast. Because if they're just in battle constantly, it would be pretty pointless. Sure, it'll be great epic fights and good music, but you don't really get a chance to really relate to the characters and see them open up more about themselves. Case in point, Goblin Slayer himself. We finally get to see him more without his armor on. Hell, we can see his face, well not his eyes, but we can see most of his body. Even since as a kid, he was being betrayed by some strange creature. I don't know what it is, but it's a very humanoid-like creature. I know it's not a goblin, but where it is, it's teaching him how to kill goblins, learning him to harness his hatreds. Very interesting. It actually gives him riddles with giant pointy spikes above him. And if he answers the riddles correctly, he will be killed by the pointy things from the ceiling. I guess we're getting more glimpse of how Goblin Slayer became so badass. Is because all the years of training since birth, well, not birth, but since a child, and he stuck to that training all the way up to the present day. So, of course, the guy's going to be a very tank machine. He's going to be that slaughter killing machine that everyone fawns over. And at first, I was like, why are all these girls falling in love with Goblin Slayer? Then I realized something. In most shows, this is something that most girls fawn over. A mysterious dude never shows his face. He's not kind, but yet again, he's not mean either. He sticks to his path, he's always focused, and stays to his job. And then again, it also helps that majority of the guys in the show are jerks. They're sexual harassers, or they're just so full of themselves and very cocky. So seeing something like Goblin Slayer is a breath of fresh air for them. Like, oh, this dude, he's not hitting on me. He's just carrying out his job. That's admirable, He does a lot of cool feats, but he never brags about them. Something you don't see every day within that world. So the more I thought about it, the more I understood the reason why so many girls love Goblin Slayer. They don't have to see his face, they just love his personality. No matter how bland and dull it is. He's still a nice guy, I guess. Now, we also learn more about the Sword Maiden, the girl who defeated the Demon Lord, and how she was raped by goblins too, apparently. Yes, it's very ironic, she says. Someone who's strong enough to defeat a Demon Lord, but yet she is very scared of goblins. I'm guessing this is the part before she started her training or she started her adventuring and she got captured. And I guess someone throughout the line rescued her, and instead of being traumatized, she's still traumatized, but she decided to take that like the Goblin Slayer and decided to use it to become stronger. But I highly doubt she used her abilities to go fight goblins after that. She was strong enough to fight some high-ranking general monsters, but other than that, she didn't use to fight goblins because it's just a touch and go feeling for her where she doesn't really want to talk about that much, but it's understandable. Now the remaining of this episode, the middle part, was kind of slow, you understand why Goblin Slayer knows so much. It's information trade, You go around, you see something you don't know about, you ask someone about it, you make a friendly conversation, they give you some information, you give them some information, and just like that, you learn more about the world. The horizons of the world become much wider than they were before. It was a perfect example where he went to the ice cream shop and he learned what ice cream was. And now that he understands this, he will be able to make ice cream himself. He understands how the guy was trying to make frozen milk, make it taste good. But later on, he added some flavors and, of course, some cherries. I don't know why, but cherries just go well on ice cream for some reason for me. Well, some people like strawberries on their ice cream. I just prefer cherries. That's just me. Then finally, the last part was very entertaining, but I didn't see how it ties in with the show. Pretty much there are creatures out there called the creatures of chaos. These creatures are not allowed to be named, because they do not belong in this world. But there must be this rule of when you have an otherworldly being, you are forbidden to name anything within that world. It doesn't belong there, so you have no right to name it. So as a creature of chaos, it belongs in another world. This one it looks like a very typical Final Fantasy or any other dark fantasy kind of creature. The giant eyeball that has eyes all over the place. You're wondering, how is it alive? How is it breathing? It's probably just by straight darkness or something. Who knows the explanation? But it was just, I've been really creeped out about it. But the fact that it was like in a game. Say you're playing an RPG game and you see this creature in there. You get to a certain distance, it won't shoot you because you're far away. When you're in its foresight, then it starts shooting up people. In this matter, we will just use long-range attacks to keep the creature out from a distance, and then when the creature's flying low on life, we'll come in with a charging attack. That's most to do in RPGs, but however, this is RPG mixed with real life. So, instead of doing just long-range attacks, they also had to distract it. Make sure its line of sight was down, because it would work if it was just one person keep using long-range attacks, but that would take forever. But since you're in a group of a lot of people, you need a bigger plan. There's more targets for the creature to hit, and you'll never know who's going to get hit next, especially with all its eyes everywhere. That being said, the best thing to do is to make it hard to see by using flour to create a certain explosion. I forgot the explanation, but it was very interesting. That's one thing I do appreciate about Goblin Slayer is how he uses very interesting tactics to take down his enemies. It's not just going head first, swinging the sword. It takes a lot of thought process of how he defeats his enemies and how he does it. It really intrigues me on another level of how he does it. It's just, wow. Things I want to come up with. Like, I would thought something different. Like, yeah, I would try something to blind it, make a shiny light, a flash of light, like something close to a flash grenade, but not a flash grenade. And it would be blind, then we'll go in for some long-range distant kills. And while it's being damaged, trying to recover from those long distant kills, I would come in and I would attack it. So our strategies are, in a way, kind of similar, but his took more of an organic route by using an everyday product people use to make cakes and breads and stuff. So that's very interesting, using an everyday resource to kill off an otherworldly being is very interesting. A nice take on it, I say so myself. And that's how the episode ends, The episode wasn't as big as the others, in my opinion. It was just more world building and storytelling for us to understand more about Goblin Slayer. Oh, excuse me. Hiccup from dinner lately. Where was I? Oh, yes. It's Goblin Slayer's one thing that I appreciate about is how it goes into detail of how it destroys its enemies. Not many shows do this. So that's one thing I do appreciate from Goblin Slayer, is the fine detail it gives. And it can make some more creativity for other writers out there to make, hey, this guy's very creative at killing his characters, let's do something like that as well. So I was intrigued by that. So yes, that was Goblin Slayer for this week. It was okay, It wasn't good last episode, but then again, that was the point. It's maybe more of a calm, episode for them getting back to their usual thing. And they don't always just slay goblins. They're also taking on other quests, so that's nice to see as well. Despite how much I love seeing Goblin Slayer, slay goblins, but seeing more about these otherworldly beings of creatures of chaos, you could really go further into the world itself about these creatures. Where they come from, why are they there, and what is their purpose? More than that. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, rate, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified every time I upload. Madcrownxox, sign out. Have a good one, guys.